Well, good morning. My name is Jessica, one of the pastors at Twin Lakes, and as always, it's great to join you for today's daily video Devo. So the other night, I was putting my 5-year-old son to bed. His name's Logan, and he kind of caught me off guard with what he said. He said, "Mama, I don't like God and Jesus," and I was like, "Wow, those are some really strong words." And also, I'm glad you're not afraid to say what you really think, right? So I asked him a question. I said, "Well, what makes you say that?" And he said, "I don't want to do what God and Jesus want me to do. I want to do my own thing." Basically, Logan was saying, I want to be in charge of my own life. I don't want to have to obey what other people want. I want to be the captain of my ship. I want to be the king of my world. I want it to be the way I want it to be. And I was like, well, welcome to humanity, Logan. That's what we all want, but that's not exactly how we're supposed to live, right? Like when we decide to follow Jesus, we're supposed to live lives surrendered to him. And like Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, just hours before his betrayal and arrest and crucifixion, he prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." And we're supposed to do the same thing, right? We're supposed to surrender. When we decide to follow Jesus, we say, "Not my will, but yours. I want to live a life surrendered to you." You know, the word surrender with that meaning of living a life surrendered to God doesn't actually appear in the Bible. When it does appear in the Bible, it's talking about surrender in war. But the whole idea of that's how we live our lives is woven throughout the Bible. From Proverbs 3:6, which tells us to acknowledge God in all our ways, to Luke 9:23 telling us to deny ourselves, it's clear that God wants us to live lives surrendered to him. You know, rather than having this tight grip on what I want, he wants me to be open-handed before him, right? Because when I open my hands, I can let go of what I'm holding tightly to that I think I need or that I want. And I can be open to receive what he has for me, which is honestly probably better, right? Like I think I know what I want for my life and I think I know what's best for me, but often I am mistaken. Kind of like Logan is often mistaken about what is actually best for him. And I don't know about you, but I have a tendency to say, like I'll verbally say, yeah, I want to live a life surrendered to God. But when I actually zoom out and look at my life, like that may not be how I'm actually living it out, right? Like so often I push God out of the driver's seat and then I barely listen to him from his new position in the back seat as he's trying to kind of whisper directions on where he wants me to go. And this time, how did God help me gently see this? Through the words of my 5-year-old son, right? Who said, "Mama, I don't like God and Jesus because I want to do what I want to do." And it was a great reminder for me that even though I might say that I have a life surrendered to Christ, that I need to zoom out and actually ask myself, am I living my life as a life surrendered to Christ? Am I saying not your will, not my will, sorry, not my will, but yours be done? At some point today, I encourage you to just sit open-handed, turn your hands, your palms up, breathe deeply, and take a minute to release something that you're holding on to and receive something God has for you today. I hope you have a great day.